Hi, welcome back to Velo News TV. I'm Neil Rogers here outside the Cliff Bar Development Cyclo-cross team warehouse. I'm with Brady Kappius and Danny Summerhill, two of the star riders from the program. Lots to talk about. Obviously, season's underway. Let's start with you, Danny. Just back from a East Coast swing. We didn't see you at the local races this weekend, but tell us about the trip.
Well, for starters, we started off doing the back-to-back weekend in Gloucester, and then racing. I guess it was just the Gloucester Grand Prix, so it wasn't actually the Crank Brothers Grand Prix or anything like that, but it was just called the Gloucester Grand Prix, and then that was taking place at the same place that it always has, just out there on the ocean front. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool, like eye-opening. It was my first time racing with the big boys and the
With the
elites.
elites, right? You were silver medal at the Junior World Championships earlier this year, and that was your last big race as a junior. So
Correct.
now you're
Correct.
in
So
the,
yeah,
banging
now I've
elbows
got
with the big boys.
now I've got a few years of learning to do.
And
Put
so,
it that
I mean,
way.
tell us about it. What's it like? What's it like up there? How the speeds and the whole pace and
I mean the pace is obviously a lot different and a lot higher and all that good stuff. But my biggest goal was staying with people that I wanted to stay with as far as U23s go, and staying with the big guys as long as I could before I kind of had to piece out of that that situation. But yeah, I mean, I had a good time. Just kind of, I mean, each weekend's different because I raced a couple of weekends over there with the elites and stuff, and just getting a feel for how it's going to be from now on. Racing with the big guys is kind of cool, just to learn something new every time, you know.
so Brady, it's a little bit different situation for you. You're taking what you said 18 credits at the School of Mines down in Golden. So you're not traveling right now. You're just racing locally. I saw you already won a race earlier this year, and that's an elite. I mean, that's the local elite race. You're how old?
20 years old, yep. Yeah. My racing age is 21, but so I have this year and then next year in the U23s as well.
And we were just talking with Ben Turner earlier, and I asked him, so who's going to be the standout rider, one of the standout riders from the program, and you were the first name that he mentioned. Maybe a little bit of pressure there, but what's your outlook on the season? I mean, how much does school get involved? What are your goals?
Yeah, so Ben put a lot of pressure on me, saying that I'm going to have a breakout year. We'll see. This will be my third year in the U23, so I'd like to say I kind of know what I'm doing in racing with the elites, but still every race, you know, the caliber of the race of the USGPs is so high that you just never know what to expect. But I'm hoping this year that I'll have a good season. So far it started off well. I've got top 5 in every race here locally, so hopefully that'll carry on through the season. I'm also going to school this fall, so I don't know, 18 credit hours is kind of a lot, but I'm doing well so far. So I've made it through the first 2 years. This is my third year there, so I have high expectations, but we'll see how it goes.
And what's it like with you got this Summerhill kid now who's going to be trying to bump elbows and maybe sneak in front of you at times? How's that going to work out?
Yeah, you know, he comes bringing the world championship medal up a few times, and you know, I kind of brush him off, but he's a good kid, and it'll be great having somebody to race with in the U23s with me.
Yeah, and I also thought it was interesting. You know, Ben's run this program for a few years, and we've kind of seen it evolve and develop, and watched you guys come up through the program. And now, tell us a little bit about your role, sort of, kind of helping with the logistics and taking a little bit of responsibility. Danny, I mean, what does that involve for you?
Oh, I think the biggest thing is, I mean, I've gotten so much from this team just with the last couple of years, and I mean, obviously you look at Worlds and stuff like that, but kind of just my turn to give back to what the team has given me, I guess, and I've just been putting a lot of work into as much stuff to help Ben and help Ben with just anything that he's got going as I can.
Does that involve like going to get him coffee and muffins, or
yeah.
I mean, we showed up and Brady was working on the bikes, but you didn't really name any.
You can think of it like that, but I'm not exactly making coffee shop runs yet, but it's more just kind of just emails to sponsors and just kind of helping keep been just on track basically in the nicest way possible.
Yeah. And what about for you? I mean, like I said, we showed up here and saw you switching out some stems. I mean, what kind of things are you doing to help the program?
Yeah, I guess I'm pretty good mechanically, so I work on the bikes quite a bit. But along with that, I think me and Danny have just learned so much from this program, and it's not really, he doesn't tell us to do this, but just teaching the younger kids just some of the simplest things, like, hey, put on some knee warmers. It's like 40 degrees out here. Come on, like just simple things like that, like little things that as you come through the ranks that you'll learn, and that when they all put together, that it makes a difference in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, part of what's kind of interesting with this program is the whole eco sustainability. Talk a little bit about how from 2 years back and from last year and what you're facing this year. I mean, on top of everything else that goes into being a bike racer, training, racing, the travel, logistics, hotels, meals. I mean, what does that add to your daily when you're on the road, to your sort of your daily routine?
Recycling more, obviously, eating differently, because I mean, I remember being on different teams where we wouldn't look at a race weekend the way we do now, which is finding biodiesel, finding foods and stuff that have been farmed and picked locally and all that good stuff, trying to just help the cause basically is what the team's doing now.
Yeah, I mean,
you could say.
how about you, Brady? I remember last year seeing, I think it was Stu Gillespie after the USGP, like digging through the dumpster basically and doing some recycling that way. I mean, has Ben got you out picking up trash after the race? Or, I mean, what are some stories you can tell from the road?
Yeah, we have the whole Boulder Cyclo-cross series, a zero waste event now. So every local Boulder race, you'll find zero waste stations so that everybody can recycle and compost their stuff. And also, as we travel locally to the races, like, it's really hard to get the whole team to go together. We all race at different times, so what we'll do is we'll record our mileage to the races, and then at the end of the season we'll add that all together, and we'll get wind credits for the driving that we did to the races.